Excuse me. Whew. What up, YouTube Live? This is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment. Um, how's your Sunday night going so far? Awesome, I hope. So let's talk a bit about The Walking Dead new episode, Season 8, Episode 4, titled Some Guy. It cracked me up because when I first heard the title is this, when I heard it last week, it immediately brought me back to the movie Wayne's World when Rob Lowe's character said, "Cream of some young guy." It still cracks me up till this day. All right, so some guy. Let me see my notes here. Let's dissect the episode with me. Um, it focuses. It focused on King Ezekiel and Carol. So yes, unfortunately, it was yet another episode where uh, it did not tell us, or it did not show us what happened to Father Gabe, who got stuck in that one room with Negan. Man, oh, we still haven't gotten around to that yet. Holy crap! And it's what season? It's fourth episode now. We're into the fourth episode, and we still don't know Father Gabe's fate. Did Negan kill him? Who knows? Maybe episode 5. Maybe not episode 5. Maybe episode 6. Maybe not episode 6. We're still waiting and waiting, waiting. But tonight was focusing on King Ezekiel. And by the way, this video contains spoilers. Okay, so spoiler alert. If you have been following last week, at the end of that episode, bam, 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 the machine gun killed off many of Ezekiel's followers, Ezekiel's soldiers, Ezekiel's people from the kingdom. And so we saw what happened tonight, the aftermath. But the episode started out with a flashback of them getting ready for battle. That fateful day when they said their goodbyes to their loved ones. And I totally get why the writers went that direction, because you saw the faces of these people that you knew or were going to die in that slaughterfest, in that machine gun slaughterfest. But you saw the faces, you saw the families they left behind. So you felt more empathy because you've seen the thing that they have to lose. So it helps in that it deepens the impact. It deepens the loss, especially when they start turning into zombies or walkers, I should say, and you recognize some of them. Or like, holy crap! I just saw that woman, that she's a mother, or he's a father, and it wrenches your heart even more because you've seen the faces now, even though you don't know them as well as you do probably Rick Grimes or Daryl Dixon, but you've seen their faces. So that was a smart move on the writer's part to start us off with a flashback, and then. Oh, on a side note, holy crap, that massacre, that field of bodies that King Ezekiel found himself buried underneath. Holy crap. It goes to show how powerful the bullets are from these machine guns, man, because they pierce through. They cut, man, like you see the blood and guts, the insides just spilling out with the intestines. Oh, wow. It's just nasty, nasty, nasty. I was like, there was like a couple of seconds of the camera just panning on the intestines. I was like, ugh. But to zombies or to walkers, that's like feast. Of course, they stood up, they became walkers, and they started chasing after King Ezekiel, who by now had been injured, and so he had to use his cane. And then bam, he got helped. Somebody from the Saviors um, took King Ezekiel and he says something. He's a dick. This guy with the glasses on. If you've seen the episode tonight, I don't know what his name was, but he's a dick because he knew about King Ezekiel, and it's something for him. It's a knowledge that he laughed at. I was like, look at this guy. This guy claim himself to be a king. You're nothing. You're just a guy in a cosplay. He used the word delusions of grandeur. So, in a weird way, the guy that captured King Ezekiel, this dick, this asshole, he's kind of like that negative conscience we all often have about ourselves, that voice in our heads that tell us that we are worthless, you know, that voice that's worse than a Debbie Downer, because it can discourage us, telling us, oh, who are you? Who do you think you are? You can't accomplish this shit. You're nothing. You're nothing. You're not a man of confidence. Stop telling yourself that. Look in the mirror. You're worthless. He's that kind of guy. And throughout the whole episode, well, until he gets killed off himself, but he was just telling King Ezekiel, he was messing with Ezekiel's head, disarming him psychologically. And it was deep, man. It was kind of deep because if you look back on that one episode when Carol first met Ezekiel, remember that Carol also laughed? And she thought, like, what is this theatrics? Stop fooling yourself. Stop fooling all these people. Because that's how Carol viewed Ezekiel in their first encounter. But now they got to the point where even Carol kind of admits, without saying it, that even if this is just a facade or a character, it works. It works because the kingdom people believed in this persona of King Ezekiel. Even Ezekiel's right-hand man, Jerry, believed in it. And this belief is so strong, man. And it's not like the belief like Negan with his saviors. That dick, that asshole who captured Ezekiel. He says, I'm Negan. That's pretty much a cult. And it's worse than Jonestown or Charles Manson, because I don't remember reading Charles Manson followers or David Koresh followers saying, oh, I'm David Koresh. I'm, Charles Manson. So that's a cult. When the identity of the person itself is gone and was replaced by the leader's identity fully. I think King Ezekiel is different that way. In the King Ezekiel is different in that he instills this freedom in his followers. They're not brainwashed. They're not saying I'm Ezekiel. They still have their own. Each of them has their own unique personality, identity. And so the weight of the burden of that leadership, especially the fact that his followers are dead on his watch, man, that weighed heavily on Ezekiel. You could sense, because now he was second guessing himself. It's like, what the fuck did I just do? I led these people to the slaughter. I shouldn't have done that. Why are they following me? Don't follow me. That's why he told Jerry at the end, it's like, I'm not a king. Go. But Ezekiel did not realize the inspiration he instilled on Jerry and everybody. It's not about him. That persona did help, but it's not like I'm Ezekiel or I don't have my own identity. The thing that it's such a complicated character, and that's why I love Ezekiel, because this guy, he was what I would call a reluctant leader, and now he's gotten to this point where he fully believes, and now tonight he doubts again. I love the arc, and we'll see. We'll see after losing so many people where he would lie with regards to this war. Maybe now he's gonna step back and say, you know what, I don't want to fight anymore. I don't want people dying on my watch anymore. We'll see. But yeah, it's quite the episode focusing on him tonight. Quite kudos on the writers for giving that such complexity on Ezekiel. I don't know if that's how it went down in the comic books, since I haven't read the comic books this far. I only read the beginning parts, and that's like years ago. Um, let's see. Before I wind down to my final points here. Oh yeah, fucking Carol. Holy shit, Carol is a badass. All right. This was not just an episode about Ezekiel. This was also an episode reminding us of, you know, leave it up to Carol, man. Leave it up to Carol to tie up loose ends, to take care of business. The way she gunned down those the guys who in the hallways, that were taking care of the machine guns, the bullets. Wow. Do you remember that episode when Carol took care of the Terminus? Remember the Terminus? That fake sanctuary when Rick and Glenn and everybody got held captive there, and Carol, just one person, Carol, pretty much blow that place, up and freed Rick and Glenn and everybody. It was just Glenn. It was Carol. I'm sorry, it was Carol. Tonight was like that as well. It was Carol playing Rambo all over again, and it's always sweet watching Carol do what she does, man, because that girl is just straight up badass. Oh, Rick and Daryl tonight were reduced to just an action-packed scene of which I loved. It was a very enjoyable car and motorbike car chase, and it was so exciting, so awesome. The way they took down the guys that with the machine guns. Holy crap! It was intense and it was thrilling. Loved it, loved it. Um, so that was all their part tonight. It was like freaking Fast and Furious meets Bullet, Stephen McQueen's Bullet. Last but not least, oh God, the tiger. No, the tiger. Why? Why did it have to be the tiger that gets sacrificed? Damn it! Damn you! But when I saw that, I was like, I tweeted out. I said, okay, maybe it's not the end for that fellow, for that tiger. Maybe he'll turn into a tiger zombie, just like that one dragon in Game of Thrones that turned into the ice dragon zombie. Wouldn't it be awesome? Watching a tiger zombie attacking Ezekiel, and Ezekiel's like, "No, remember me." But, the tiger doesn't remember. It's like and mauls him. Man, my imagination can go wild sometimes. But yes, rest in peace, tiger. What's the tiger's name again? Let's look it up here. I feel bad calling him Tiger. I think he has a name. Ezekiel's tiger's name. Shiva. Shiva! Rest in peace, Shiva. We'll deeply miss you. You will be missed. No other tigers like you. Literally. Because other tigers don't hang out with humans. So, yes, that's tonight's episode. That's all the notes that I have. My questions would be, will next week's episode bring us back to Father Gabe and Negan? If not, what I want to see is some episode where Rick and the Alliance actually get the upper hand. Because I want to see Negan totally without any support, you know? That all his people are dead, or all his posts are taken down, and it's just one Negan against the Alliance. I want to see that happening. Hopefully, we get to that point before the fall hiatus. You know how it is. You have to take a break, and then The Walking Dead picks up again in February, usually during Valentine's week. So, what do you think is going to happen next Sunday? Share your thoughts in the comments section below, and please subscribe to my channel. And if you like my channel, if you like all the videos that I'm offering you here, and if you want me to support, if you want to support me, if you want me to make more of these videos, please support me at patreon.com/ramascreen. There's all kinds of rewards there for different tiers or levels, but you know, even if it's just $1 or $2 per month, every little help helps. And I would very much eternally be appreciative, be grateful for you guys for doing so. So go to patreon.com/ramascreen and become my patrons today. Let's rock this.